tag, one child, one youth, one tag, you think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one tag, one child, one youth, one tag, you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you.
Today is May the 13th, 2022. This is Chief Abundance coming to you from the continent of Africa. The crypto space proves to be very interesting. The big boys in the crypto space, they have taken over to the fact that when they decided to pull out and drop their coins, it caused ripple throughout the entire crypto space. We saw what happened earlier this week with Luno Reddit, that big investors that they attracted because of hype, big investors, hedge fund managers that entered with millions, now came to a point of disagreement and have dropped their coins, that investors rushed to liquidate over 1.5 billion of Bitcoin that sent ripples, shockwave around the world. Bitcoin has lost over 1 trillion since the commencement of this year in value. Do not wait until things happen to react. From day one, I have been saying to the global community of Taccians, be wary of these institutional investors when they're coming with big money. A lot of you in the foundation can recall that even at the certificate, during the certification of the coin, I put a cap. I put a cap on TAC coins that nobody can buy no more than 1 million. If you want to buy more than 1 million at that time, you will have to contact me. But no, cryptocurrencies like Luno did not do it because of greed. And may I say, a lot of our investors, a lot of our own people, leaders in TAC, if they had their way, TAC would have been prostituted a long time to the highest bidder. They don't care. Look at the crisis. This is why the mass adoption, one TAC, one child, one youth, one TAC was introduced, so that it spreads the value and the coin around rather than in one person's hand. The last investor came. Eventually, I told him in our last conversation, to be honest with you, I cannot entertain you at this time. The coin does not worth that value to be entertaining you. Because even at 1 million, you're talking about 53 million, even at 1 million, you will have too much coins. Because the Taccians do not understand what is in their hands. And so, they are selling it for pennies. I think I saw 6 cents the last time. They're selling it for pennies because that is what they know. They're buying and trading. The same people. They're buying and they're trading. They're buying and they're trading for cents. For cents. When you have institutional investors that are lining up. But Mr. Abundance will not be caught off guard nor be pressured by anyone. I already told you I will not have sleepless night over TAC, because what you fail to do, your children will do it. Nothing new under the sun. Moses was frustrated and he struck the rock twice instead of once because of a stiff-necked people. Mr. Abundance will enjoy life. I have spread a table of unlimited wealth before the global community of Taccians. All you're asked to do is to follow instruction and let the admin lead. Simple as ABC. What we have in our hands and the foundation that we have built has no comparison. Our policies and social programs has no comparison. The foundation is very solid. Who are you waiting for? And so we keep wandering after everything, and eventually we will wander after nothing. One investor in Luno said they have invested over 450,000 US dollars. Which one of them invested even $20,000 in TAC? Their own. I'm asking you a question. Which one of you invested 20,000 in TAC? No, you don't, because you don't believe in yourself. 450,000. Many are crying that their house will be taken away from them. That's what they're doing now, because of greed. Taccian, less than 3% of the world still understand cryptocurrency. The Taccian community has a unique opportunity to simplify life for themselves and for their generation. There is no other system that we have seen in our generation or we have known in the history to create unlimited wealth like cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency was engineered, introduced for the ordinary man and woman around the world, whether you have money or not. It only requires an understanding of the technology. Cryptocurrency do not discriminate as to who you are, whether you're tall or short, whether you have long or short hair, nappy or straight, white or black. Cryptocurrency do not discriminate. Educated or uneducated. All what it requires, do I understand where this technology is going? Because as we emerge out of COVID, as I have repeated ad nauseum, we are going into a more technologically driven economy than we have seen in the past. COVID is a reset button. And as technology advances, it will reduce the demand for labor. In other words, a lot of you will be out of a job as a result of technology. Oxfam has already reported that 4 or 5 years ago that automation and technology will rubbish a lot of jobs, will put over 500 million people out of work very soon. And Axfam says by 2031 or something like that. But COVID came and blew Axfam figure out of the water. Yes, COVID came unexpected and blew Axfam figure in the air. And all this was man-made. It wasn't technologically driven. It was man-made. And that was the period when the Ark of Safety in the name of TAC was introduced. The infinite does not allow anything to happen without a way of escape. But he does not force anyone to enter into safety. When Jacob threw the line to Esau, he did not prevent or stop Esau from accepting and selling his birthright. But Esau bore the consequences. When he set Noah 120 years, he did not force anyone to enter the ark. But the appointed time came when he who knows all things closes the door which no man could open, and the world perish outside. The children of Israel, they had 40 days to enter abundance. But because of their stiff-neckedness, because of their intoxicated mindset of instant gratification, of the norm of the appearance of shiny objects, inflated opportunities that offer quick and high returns, a journey that should have taken them 40 days took them 40 years, and only 20%, 2 families entered. The rest perish. Did the infinite stop them? Oh no, he allowed them. I am saying to the global community of Taccians, there is nothing new under the sun. No one will force you to enter into abundance and to experience abundance intact. All of us have an expiry date. When we were born, all of us have an expiry date when we will disappear. The little time you have on earth, you can position yourself to enjoy fine life or troublesome life. You can position yourself to be a blessing to yourself, to your family, to your community, to your country, to the world. Or you can parade yourself as community beggars, country beggars, or continental beggars. You have a choice. The choice is yours. Because every day you wake up, you are a day older. You are one day to your expiry date. Because you will expire. You're not here to turn stone. So the choice is yours. You wake up, you go to a job, you have been doing it for 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years to the same job. Has it really reflected in your bank account? I'm asking you the question. The years that you have put in, the hours that you have put in, can you honestly say to yourself that you have gotten out equal to what you have put in? You will never get out equal to what you have put in this economy, except you're a thief. Except you're a thief and corruptee. You will never get what you put in. Because the system is not designed that way. But you have an opportunity now to spend a few hours a day or even 2 days a week. Some of you have not even mentioned tax from the day you registered. You have not brought in one person, but you are the ones that are expecting miracles. You're expecting tax to change your story. You're expecting to become a billionaire and a millionaire in tax. You have not become. For the past 20 years you're working. No, you have not become. But you're expecting the unexpected intact. I ask you, is your expectation intact equal to your input? That's the question. Is my expectation intact equal my input intact? I don't need to answer it for you. You answer it for yourself. And so for those of you who have kept the fire burning, posterity shall remember you. When the story is written, there is another announcement coming up, which I will make sometime next week, where TAC is going. But regarding the exchange, we are working feverishly in the back. As you know, I have done some changes to customize the exchange so that we can have full-blown accountability and transparency as to who is doing what at any time. And so the exchange has been customized. So all these things, and of course, new features have been added from since we started. And so all of these things takes time. But patience is what we need to exercise. And may we learn from Luna's mistake that we in TAC do not repeat it.